everyone. Today I would like to narrate a short story titled Ants and the Elephants. Once upon a time, there was a forest. Every morning, the smiley sun would look down at the forest and fill it with brightness. The forest was covered with tall trees that had tasty fruits hanging from their branches. There were also many plants with colorful flowers. The forest looked beautiful. In that forest lived two ants, Inky and Pinky. They were best friends. Inky was thin but brave at heart, while Pinky was chubby and timid. They also had other friends, Sinky, Tinky, and Minky. Sinky was a little short, while Minky was tall. Tinky was the prettiest of them all. In the same forest lived a huge, powerful elephant named Taka. He was the king of the forest. Taka always lived inside his palace, which looked like trees arranged in a circle. He never stepped out of his palace, which was guarded by the elephant army. One day, Inky and Pinky decided to play peekaboo with their friends. Tinky was asked to count from 1 to 10, while all the others were asked to hide in the small playground. Sinky pushed Minky and said, "Let me hide behind that plant. I like the fragrance of its flowers. While I hide there, I can enjoy the scent." Minky said, "I also like the fragrance of that flower. I want to hide behind the same plant." After arguing for some time, both put their arms around each other's shoulder and hid behind the same plant. Though the plant was short, it was enough to hide both of them safely from Tinky. Inky and Pinky, as always, stayed together. Inky said, "Pinky, let's hide behind that tall tree." While walking up to the tree, Pinky pushed Inky and Inky cried loudly, "Ouch, it hurts. Don't push me. Let's hold hands and run fast to hide behind the tree." Soon all of them were hidden safely and Tinky finished counting 1 to 10. Sinky and Minky were whispering about something. Tinky heard the sound coming from the plant nearby. She went slowly and touched both their shoulders. Sinky and Minky got scared. They shouted, "Oh, we lost the game again." But they were not too upset. They climbed up to the flower and Sinky said, "Wow, this flower smells so good. It looks beautiful too. I can spend the whole day here." Minky smiled. After sitting on the flower for some time, they joined Tinky again to help her catch Inky and Pinky. Sinky said, "Let's look behind that plant. They must be hiding there." Minky shook her head. "No, last time also they hid at the same place. They must have chosen a new spot." After looking around at all the possible hiding places, Sinky, Minky, and Tinky walked towards the tall tree where Inky and Pinky were hiding. Suddenly, Inky and Pinky saw a huge elephant approaching their friends. They screamed loudly, "Sinky, Minky, Tinky, we are here behind the tall tree. Come fast. The elephant is in the forest again. He may stomp over us. Let's hide here behind the tall tree." Sinky, Minky, and Tinky ran to the tall tree and were safe. While hiding, they saw an old granny ant struggling to move away from the elephant's feet. She bumped into another old ant. Little ants were wriggling here and there, falling over one another, trying to save themselves. Some slow ants came under the elephant's feet. They cried, "Don't stamp us. We are little creatures living peacefully here." But the elephant's ears were too big and their voices too soft. Some elephants were pushed under the mud and got slightly wounded, while many escaped safely. Soon the elephant left. One boastful ant smiled and said, "Ah, that huge elephant couldn't do anything to me." Another ant pointed at the wounded ants. "Look at those tiny ants. They are hurt. Let's help them." They gathered around the wounded ants and consoled them. Inky, Pinky, and their friends joined the group. Inky said, "We can't continue like this. Every time the elephant walks here, we get hurt." Pinky said, "What can we do? We are little ants and not powerful." Inky replied, "We are small, but we are many. Elephants are huge, but they are few." She continued, "If we all unite, no elephants can harm us." Let's inform all the ants around. We are hundreds in number. If each one of us spread the message, we can all come together as one and stay strong. All the ants smiled joyfully. Hooray! We finally found a way to protect ourselves. The message spread far and wide, and soon all the ants united. They made a plan. They chose a bright, moonlit night to put their plan into action. Their plan was to meet the queen ant who lived far away in an ant hill guarded by an army of ants. The queen ant was kind hearted and wise. She always solved problems peacefully. On the moonlit night, when all the elephants were fast asleep and the stars were twinkling in the sky, the ants stood one behind the other, one fat ant behind one thin ant, and marched towards the queen's palace. On the way, Sinky fell on Minky and Tinky lifted her up. They giggled and started singing. Soon all the ants joined in, marching happily. They reached the ant hill and Inky and Pinky informed the guards about the urgency of their visit. The guards knocked on the queen's door. Your Majesty, a huge group of ants wants to meet you. They are troubled by an elephant. The queen said, let them come in. They must be tired. Offer them some candies. I'll meet them shortly. The ants entered the anthill and enjoyed the hospitality. When the queen arrived, they stood up respectfully and bowed. The kind hearted queen bowed back. Then they all sat comfortably. The queen said, let me know what's troubling you. Inky stood up. Your Majesty, elephants walk freely in the forest. Sometimes we get hurt under their feet. Please help us. The queen thought for a moment. Don't worry. We will meet King Taka and find a solution. He is kind-hearted and will surely help us. She added, rest for now. We'll march at sunrise. The next day before dawn, the ants woke up refreshed and marched towards Taka's palace. They soon reached it. Taka was fast asleep. There were no guards outside the palace that day. The queen said, no one will harm Taka. He's the king. Even if we were hurt, we must forget the past. Let's climb up and sing near his ears. All the ants climbed gently and sang a melodious song. Taka woke up. The queen said, your Majesty, please stay still. Our voices are soft and you may not hear us. Taka lay still as all the ants narrated their story. He listened patiently. Please choose a safe area to live in, he said kindly. I will ensure that no elephant enters your space. The queen and the ants climbed down and sat under a tall tree. Inky winked at Pinky. See, our plan worked. We are safe now. Taka trumpeted a call. Many elephants gathered and the ants trembled. The queen said, don't get scared. Hold hands. Taka instructed his herd. The ants will choose a safe area. No elephant must enter it. Whosoever disobeys will face consequences. All elephants bowed in agreement. The ants were no longer scared. The elephants apologized in one voice. We are sorry. We'll never enter your area again. That day, the ants learned there is strength in unity. Problems can be solved peacefully. Kind leaders listen. Hurting others brings no joy. Living together peacefully does. From then on, both elephants and ants lived safely within their own areas, happy, peaceful, and respectful. Sometimes they even sang together. Glory to the forest that fills our lives with joy. Here, every ant and elephant lives together in peace. That's all for the day. Do let me know your thoughts about the story by writing in the comment section. Thanks for watching and thanks for your time.